Hi guys, good morning. Here we are again. I am so happy guys because as I told you in the last lesson, we are in the last unit for this year. So it's important that you can practice. So congratulations for your last videos in the last lesson. It was amazing guys. It's important that you have a lot of vocabulary for practice. You need grammar, you need vocabulary, and you need of course some structures to continue your learning process. So, as I told you, we are gonna move for grammar in the lesson 2 for unit 9. You can find this lesson in your page 102 for your submit textbook. Do you remember our last activity? Yes, about degree of certain. We were talking about speculate about everyday situations. And now we are continuing with this specific topic. Perfect modals for speculating about the past. We are going to learn about active and passive voice. Let me explain you a little about in this grammar. For active voice, you can form perfect modals to speculate with different degrees. In passive voice, use the passive voice if the performer of the action is unknown or if you want to focus on the receiver of the action. You notice the difference? Remember guys that it's important that you have the structure for each tense. For this lesson, for our active and passive voice, we are going to use for the active voice, modal plus have and past participle. For the passive voice, we are going to use modal plus have been and past participle. We are going to use for active voice, may, made, could, must, or had to. And remember, for the passive voice in negative statements, we have to place not before the auxiliary have. Here you have some examples, guys. Let me explain you. Notice that if you are not certain or sure of something, we can use made, may, or could. If you are uncertain or sure of something, we can use must. But if you are very certain or sure of something, we can use have to and couldn't. Because in this one we are 100%. In this one we are a 50%. But in this one we are less than 50%. Notice the examples. I don't know. They might have been built by the local people in ancient times. You see, we are not certain or sure about the situation. Notice in must. I read in a book that they must have been moved by slaves. Notice? But in that example, we are 100%. Science are sure that it had to have been caused by a meteorite. Notice? Very certain, almost certain, not certain. You see the percentage for each one? 100, 50, less than 50. Let me show you an example. Look at this picture. Look at Jack. He's waiting for Mary. Mary is not here yet. She must be on her way. What does this mean? This means that Jack supposes that she is on her way. Or she may be lost. Jack thinks maybe she is lost. Or she may still be working. Speculation on conjectures or suppositions about the present or about the past or what is happening in this situation. Suppose, must, maybe, might, or may. It's so important, guys, that you can notice what is the structure for speculating about the past. Not certain, almost certain, very certain. We can use these models if you notice in what percentage are you sure or not about the situation. Here you have another example. Let me read about this example. Do you know Machu Picchu ruins? Okay, let's read. The Incas may have built Machu Picchu ruins. Perfect modal is in the active voice. Machu Picchu ruins may have been built by the Incas. Perfect modal in the passive voice. As you can see, by the Incas. We are focused on the Incas. Do you notice the difference? That is the structure that you have to follow. Amazing, guys. So now we have clear what is happening, of course, in the active and passive voice. Remember, in each lesson we need a lot of vocabulary for your second video. So now we are talking about expression adjectives with suffix able. Are you ready? Okay, guys. What I need? We have a lot of adjectives with the suffix able. But this time we are going to have what this means. As you can see, this rule is only for give you a little example, a little idea in what percentage this means. So repeat after me: probable, probable, believable, believable, debatable, debatable, and questionable, unquestionable. Let me explain you a little more. What this means. Believable can be accepted as the truth because it seems possible. Debatable. More than one explanation is possible. Remember, more than one explanation is possible. And improbable cannot be shown to be true. And the last one, questionable, likely to be untrue. You can find all these examples, guys, in your submit in your page 105. And of course, you have a lot of exercise in order that you have more examples. Remember that we can use a lot of language expressions and vocabulary. We have a lot of adjectives. For example, if you want to discuss how believable a story is, you can show and you can practice with this recycle the language. For example, it doesn't make sense. I don't buy that. You are barking up the wrong tree. That's just front page. Repeat. It doesn't make sense. I don't buy that. You are barking up the wrong tree. That's just first page. You got it? Okay, guys, it's time to practice. After you have learned new vocabulary, it's important to use it in conversations. Consciously working new vocabulary into a conversation will help you better remember it and apply it more easily in future conversation. And that's the reason you are working in a new second video. And remember, guys, you have to continue working in your submit in order to evaluate your processing of learning. It's very important that you continue doing your exercise and, of course, your new video. It's important, guys, if you have any question, you have my email, remember, and you can write me in order to resolve your doubts. And, of course, guys, remember, be safe. And remember that you have to work. You have another learning guide, the learning guide number 2. And as you can see, I'm sharing with you this video link. In this link, you have a little and a short video in order that you have any question or you need more examples. Remember, you have your submit. Remember, you have to make a video. You have to follow the rubric, guys. And please, remember to read carefully all the instructions in order that you have all your points. It's very important, but remember that the most important thing is that you can learn and practice. Thank you so much, guys, for your attention. I'm so happy and I hope to see you soon. Please be safe, please stay home, and remember we are here for you. Bye-bye.